down the flanks. They look so vulnerable, and early couple of minutes, Blues have almost capitalised.
To goal, it's not Bellingham! Deflects from wide.
Great play again, pointing at.
Really dictating it well so far, and Colin in behind has shot into the box, 2 to aim for in the middle. It ricochets through Villalba. Oh, what a save from Randolph. Fran Villalba, oh so close to a first goal in Royal Blue, and it's a former Blues man that denies him. Super save, Blues corner.
Yeah, Blues moving the ball really quickly there. They've exposed already Middlesbrough weak point. I think in the studio they talked about teams getting crosses in down the flanks. They look so vulnerable, and early couple of minutes, Blues have almost capitalised.
First in the last 4 have Borough, but Blues certainly the closest so far, and again finding spaces. Colin with Bellingham on the overlap. Chance for Bellingham to cross. Blues flooding the box, sent it away by McNair. As far as Shunjic, Bellingham hugging the near touchline, rolls it back to the Croatian now, and once more Bellingham, who looks for the box again, and Jimenez got the head on it, and it's a couple of inches wide of Darren Randolph's left-hand post. Tonight.
Yeah, the work rate's been really good so far. I mean, Bellingham's won, I think, every tackle he's gone in for as well. I know he's got full of energy, he's willing to impress.
Albert towards the head of Roberts, headed down and tipped onto the bar. It would have been an own goal. I think again it was Ayala who got a touch on it in the 6-yard box. Of course, they need to keep their concentration as well. We saw on Tuesday night a shot out of nowhere can win the game, and Blues will certainly learn the lessons from that. Have reacted really well so far this evening. Villalba making the run down the left-hand side. Great back heel into the path of Pedersen, who darts into the box, and he almost went across the face if it wasn't for a desperate challenge from Tavernier. And well, they've managed to get round Brown. It's Colin against Shotton again. The cross took a deflection and again palmed over from Randolph, who was backtracking and didn't want to take any chances. And it's another Blues corner.
Looked as if he might have lost that in the glare of the floodlights or something, because it looked like a relatively easy catch for him. He's jumped and then maybe lost sight of it. No real
isn't too much untoward behaviour occurring. So Villalba will now take the corner. It's towards the front post, trying to catch out Randolph, who's punched it away. Jukovic didn't know whether to leave it or not for another corner, and he'll keep things going. Bellingham, Brown slits it, allows Bellingham the gap to shoot. It was blocked. Now McNair trying to run around the outside of Bellingham. He slips, although Blues fans arguing perhaps he was trying to dive there, McNair, and he's actually got a free kick. I'm really surprised by that.
I mean, obviously we're looking at it from this angle, but it looked like he slipped. Bellingham didn't seem close enough to have fouled him, and even there didn't seem to be an appeal for a free kick afterwards either.
Well, it's 2 yards, no more, outside the box. And is the referee saying there that if that very minor incident happened a couple of yards further to the left, he would have given a spot kick for that? I don't think so. It would have been very harsh. And it will be very unjust if Borough get the opening goal from this. For a combination of reasons. Blues have been well on top in the opening 25 minutes, but with their first serious bit of defending to do now, as the ball from the right corner of the box is played and Camp is on duty to palm behind for a corner. Checks his run. And it goes back for Villalba. Maybe a third man needed to run down that far side, but Blues able to be patient. Šunjić here trying to keep the metronome ticking. Now Villalba in the centre circle. An awful lot of room as he surveys the scene. Got quite a few options, and he picks the right one here of Collan in space on the right. Cuts it back, Villalba again! And he finally does get off the mark for Blues. So close at the start of the match and denied by Randolph, but this time he was the creator and finished the move as well, and Blues with a deserved lead.
Yeah, you've said it there. They definitely deserve that. They've dominated for most of this part, just apart from the last couple of minutes where Middlesbrough have had a little bit more possession. Blues have cut them open again, and it's down this right flank. Shotton is playing too narrow, offensively and defensively. He's playing like a centre-half and covering too much his other centre-half, which is leaving oceans of space out here on the right-hand side to work play and get little passages of play to get those crosses in.
Big boost for Blues that they're able to dictate a game like they have done so far tonight and get the goals as well. Lovely play. Šunjić finding Pedersen on the left. Cuts it back. It'll find its way to Jukovic, who volleyed it. It was deflected. Roberts indeed does so. It's a floated one in. Pedersen with the head on it. And again, third time in the match, Randolph's just had to delicately flick it over with his fingertips. Been well on top in the first 45 minutes, and probably the best 45 minutes performance of the season so far. Roberts into the box, Dean flying in there, it's headed away again by a red shirt. Blues trying to recover it, and they've got men over on the near side. Crowley had his back to them though, and Blues will move it towards the left instead. Villalba coming forward and looking to rake it high towards Dean, who's free at the back post, and his header was a bit wayward as that got in. The referee looks at his goal line technology watch and it doesn't, but Randolph there nearly with the butter on his gloves. That ball slipping through. It's good to see Pedersen venturing forward on numerous occasions as well. Blues will look now towards the right. Crowley inside right, looks on the overlap for Collan, who assisted the opening goal for Blues. Can he create another here? Putting it in, it did take a deflection. Jimenez back to goal, it's not Bellingham! Deflects and wide.
Great play again, but again pointing at this right side for Blues. All play is coming down here. That's where they're getting all these chances. If you're watching Middlesbrough's left back, it come flying out into midfield and just leaves this flank open all the time. Bellingham's just capitalised on it.
Blues trying to bang in a second while Borough are down. Bellingham gets his head on it. Pedersen off the bar and it's away. And Borough again have got away with it. Cleared out for another throw.
But it's been a really good performance so far. And they've started off the second half still dominating possession, still trying to work those little bits of link-up play to get the crosses and shots on. Really positive stuff from Blues.
Can Blues score from one of them? Headed away by Sombalonga. Šunjić will try and head it back up in there. It's more up than forwards though. Borough again struggling to make anything of it, and Villalba now amazing his way towards the box. Lovely layoff from Bellingham on the left-hand side for Dean. Checks back Dean across the face, and Borough, without doing too much, have just got bodies in the way and got the ball out. Pedersen sending it back in there. Decent looking one for Jukovic, who heads it down and out for a goal kick. But Borough looks so confused in their own 18-yard box, and it's just luck that's stopping them from conceding another.
Yeah, you know what? They're set up the right way. They're playing in the positions they're supposed to be in, but there's no fight, there's no drive from them. And then you wanted a midfielder in there just to help sort of recycle it across the pitch. There was no movement from midfielders to receive or to try and get turned or to even bounce it off.
Oh, great first touch from Jukovic, takes him inside, possibly with a shooting chance here. Instead gives it to Villalba. Villalba for his second, he got the angle wrong. Tried to bend it into the far corner, but didn't get enough whip on it. And that was very selfless from Jukovic, because it opened up for an opportunity for himself there.
It was good, really good hold-up play. He's brought it down, turned, took a couple of strides and then rolled the ball. Like you said, Villalba was in a better position. but Jukovic could have quite easily taken a shot off himself.
Apart from a pretty dodgy free kick that was given in the first half, and Camp was able to save it. Bellingham battling well in the centre. Oh, he's got through a maze of 3 or 4 red shirts. Bit of fortune at the end of it, but he holds on to possession before trying to release Christian Pedersen. Lewis Swing and Ashley Fletcher. As that ball's played down the far side, Shotton facing his own byline, just tries to square it inside, and Jukovic is there first. Blues are getting players quickly towards the penalty area. Jukovic digs it out, well wide of goal, but it will be via a deflection, and it will be yet another Blues corner.
Yeah, it's a bit strange that. Saying that, Brown hasn't had much of an impact, but you could see how quick he was, and that always will create chances if the right ball comes in.
Oh, great long kick play. Crowley and Collan. Collan into the box. Caught up by Tavernier, but still managed to squeeze it in, and then it ricochets back for Crowley. Was he taken out there as he volleyed that over? The referee says no. Howson free to put the ball in there, and it's headed away by Pedersen. How important interception was that? Cleared up by Vialba. It's a one-on-one between Jimenez and Dijksteel, and Jimenez picks the Dutchman's pocket. Needs support now and is wrestled down, and that will be a yellow card for the Borough fullback. And that was the sort of hold-up play we come to expect from Lukas Jukovic, but Alvaro Jimenez there almost shadowing his strike partner with that play. Šunjić, great tackle from behind. Leaves Assombalonga in a heap. And down the other end comes Collan. Up against Shotton. You can see both sets of players tiring a wee bit, but that leaves spaces. Crowley in one now, in towards Jukovic, and he got the header wrong. And it's straight at Randolph.
Oh, he's just mistimed it. It's come off his shoulder or something there. It's a great position from him. Yeah, they're definitely waiting for that change.
Fletcher, right side of the box, has Dijksteel on the overlap. Back for Fletcher again, faces up Vialba. McNair making the third man run. It loops into the middle, palmed away by Camp. How important was that? And more applause now for Jude Bellingham. Standing ovation for him, and rightly so. Important night for him tonight. It is his 3rd start for Blues, but being put in the centre of midfield, he had back wide. It had Randolph sprawling to his right. Ivan Šunjić within a whisker.
Yeah, he's got the taste of it after his strike the other day. Good similar position, caught it really well. It's just fizzed past that near post. Find the finish.
The things Birmingham City do to your blood pressure. As Crowley puts in the corner. Oh, keeper came, didn't get there. It's still loose. Randolph playing volleyball at the moment as he punches it out towards the near side. Now won by Pedersen, into the middle, out as far as Šunjić, towards the right, and Crowley. He's got to go in the middle, really. Wants to get a yard on Assombalonga. I don't think he's going to manage. Bends it in. Bailey! Oh, would you believe this? Odin Bailey, the 19-year-old, has won it for Blues. It is deserved, but no one expected it to come in this fashion. And from that source, the substitute with the moment of his life. And it's Blues 2, Borough 1, and surely the winner now.
What an amazing last 5 minutes. I mean, you could see what was going to happen in terms of Middlesbrough have upped their game and got the equaliser, and even though it wasn't totally expected, you could see it happening. But then for Blues to go down the other end, swing in a couple of crosses and Bailey come up with the winning goal there, it is amazing.
Who looks to tee this up high towards the edge of the Blues box, headed by Gardner. Dean putting everything on the line.
Welcome to Monday night's Tilton Talk Show, sponsored by Boyle Sports, the principal sponsor of Birmingham City Football Club, and in course in conjunction with Cafe to You in Solihull, Munch's Cafe in Alton, SAS Autos and Bawdsley Labour Club. All Goods Blues Facebook sites are on this tonight and on Switch FM 107.5 DAB tomorrow at 8 p.m. Well, with a little bit of different news this week, and our dear old Mr. Fun, who's been with us many, many years, has decided to leave the show, and all we want to do is give him thanks for every minute that he's ever spent on it, all the effort that he's put in, all the debate that he's brought to the show, actually all the laughs as well, because he is quite a funny bloke. And yes, Chris, you'll be sorely missed. You'll be sorely missed. You've been part of the Tilton Talk Show for a long time, and thank you for everything that you've done for it and for us, and it's been a pleasure working with you over the years. Hear, hear. All right. Camp, Pedersen, Roberts, Dean, Colin, Bellingham, Sunic, Crowley, Lauba, Jimenez, Djukovic, Magoma, Bailey. Take your hats off. If that's not our starting 11, what is from now on? Onwards we go. The Tilton Talk Show. Strap yourself in. Get ready for it. It's another Monday night. Gentlemen, we've come in with no intro music tonight. We've come in no intro music. First time ever. We've come in with no intro music tonight. Huh? Did I? I was all over the place like a pair of mad ones.
They usually do that on Sky Sports, don't they? When there's sad news, they don't bother with the music and they just go straight to the show.
I think that was out of a little.
And we've had a bit. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should have left it till the last 15 though.
Ooh. Onwards we go. Right, okay, 2 games in a week then we've got to discuss. The first one, Wigan. What an absolute poor show that was.
Well, I mean, what can you say? What a difference. I've never seen two such different games in the space of like 4 days. Yep. What I would say is, though, if we'd have started at Wigan with the 11 that we started with on Friday, it might have been a different story, because I think Bellingham brings us so much more intensity going forward. He gets Villalba and Crowley into the game so much more than, say, playing with another defensive midfielder. It gets us more, makes us more of an attacking threat.
Yeah.
I had every ounce of intention of going, and I got to Derby, picked my lad up, and then, ouch, I was cramping up on the way, and I'm thinking to myself, you're just going to be stupid if you do, and you're going to end up hurting yourself. So decided to go and have a few beers at his house and watch it on Sky, which is not what I intended to do, believe me, because I was physically on my way, and I got halfway down the A38, and then decided, no, I can't do it. A bit of a shame, because it's the best game now for about 30 years, to be perfectly honest with you. Watching it on Sky, it was from the kickoff. The intensity was there, literally from the word go.
Yeah.
And within the first minute, I was thinking to myself, like, if we can do this all this game, we got this, right? And you know what was it? We had something like 23 chances on goal. 23 chances. Do you know how many Man United had the weekend?
How often do we press for 45 minutes and not come out with the same intensity for the second half?
Listen, right. Lots of silly talk about Gary Rowett returning this week. I think that's a nonsense, to be perfectly honest with you. Lots of people have been on the old on the old book of face, and
where's that come from?
I don't know. I don't really care. Mr. Rowett's gone. His history is finished. He was a Birmingham City manager. I supported him while he was there, but he's gone now. Pep Clotet is, as far as I'm concerned, and I know they call him a caretaker coach and all this, that, and the other. To me, right, he's Birmingham City's gaffer, right, and he's got my back in 100%.
He's the man driving the ship.
Was in the mood for losing patience after the Wigan game because of how poor that performance was.
Very poor, yeah.
But to turn it round and to put on a display like that on Friday night was everything we ask and demand of a Birmingham City team ever.
You couldn't ask for a better reaction to a defeat, could you? The perfect reaction.
We shouldn't have had that defeat in the first place, though, Paul.
No,
really?
No. I mean, Wigan were no great shakes at all. They were causing us no problems whatsoever. It was unfortunately an error from camp that cost us
You'll have all the haters on.
All goalkeepers make mistakes.
It is. But it's always noticed when a goalkeeper make one in midfield and somebody will cover you.
Yeah,
you're in goal and you make one, and that's it. You're done.
You've got goalkeepers who get paid a hell of a lot more money than what Cam does doing a similar sort of thing, if not worse. I've seen goalkeepers at a higher level do worse things than that. It was a bad mistake, though. It was a bad mistake. Campo, don't let it happen again. Don't let it happen again. So. And then he pulled off a couple of good saves in the Middlesbrough game. Again, they kept us in the game. Yeah.
And again, that has to be noticed. If you make an error, boom. If you make a couple of goodies, then boom.
Yeah.
All in all, that Middlesbrough, it was just something special.
It was a pleasure to sit and watch the whole 90 minutes. You know, I think I said before we started, it's the first time I've sat there and enjoyed the whole 90 minutes, I think, really. I mean, I haven't thought through every single game, but off the top of my head, since probably the Fulham game, last game of the season before last, that was an incredibly sunny day.
Yes, brilliant.
Remember,
I was right at the top of the GM upper for that one.
Yeah, and
Great
the atmosphere that day was electric. And the performance from the first whistle to the last was fantastic. And yeah, I mean, that was very similar in a different sort of conditions, but it was a similar sort of game to that, really.
Well, let's talk about the first goal then. The way Roberts ran down that field and just whacked it over, boom, straight in. Damn. Wow. You know, it don't happen at St Andrews very often, does it? So,
it was Villalba, wasn't it? He picked the ball
Villalba,
up. He picked the ball up in the middle of the park.
Yeah.
Sprayed a lovely ball out to Colin.
Colin, beg your pardon, not Roberts.
Yeah, so Colin gets it right, and then he just hits it first time.
Colin.
Cuts it back in. Yeah.
Or Colin, sorry. Colin.
Yeah.
He picks him out with a lovely first time ball, and then Villalba, lovely finish low. And he took something special to beat Randolph because he was
good God, yeah. I mean, he's a top goalkeeper.
Yeah,
he's a good goalkeeper.
Yeah. I mean, the save he pulled off from Villalba's first chance.
Yeah, he pulled off
and then 2 minutes gone.
From Roberts' header that was deflected. You know, he's a top keeper. So yeah, full credit to Villalba. Really, that was by far his best performance for us so far.
It was probably Sunnich's best performance.
Sunnich was outstanding. Every Crowley, one of them. Yeah,
Crowley.
Yeah.
Jude, as you say, gave us that much more,
just more intensity going
midfield.
Forward.
Yeah.
Defence-wise,
I think we were on the ball.
Yeah.
I don't think they were that.
Apart from their goal we switched off a little bit.
But what
didn't
look
cost us
at
in
the
the end.
response.
Yeah.
Look at the response.
Yeah.
And for Odin Bailey to score his first goal in front of the Tilton, goosebumps.
Yeah.
Odin Bailey, and then to run into the main stand, and that surge from the main stand, man, that was just like, that's not happened at St Andrews for donkey's years.
It would have been a complete injustice if we hadn't won that game after that performance.
Yeah, we deserve more than a draw, definitely.
Absolutely right. Yeah. Middlesbrough didn't bring a lot to us on the night. They didn't cause us many problems. They got that goal, you know, when they equalised, you thought, oh, here we go, typical Blues. But thankfully, they managed to pull it out the bag and reacted really well to going, obviously conceding that equaliser.
Bailey's 19, isn't he?
Yeah.
What was the reaction from the crowd at the full-time whistle?
Just at the full-time whistle, it was fantastic.
Because they scored, you said at 87.
87, we scored 89.
And 89.
Yeah.
What a
obviously,
response.
it was like pure. It was pure like devastation to pure elation in the space of like 2 minutes.
Did many people start leaving at 87?
Didn't really notice that, to be fair. No. A lot of people do start walking out, and I think they stand by they stand by the exits, don't they, and watch the last couple of minutes before they actually leave. But why anyone would actually walk out of the stadium to go home at 1-1 with 4 minutes to go would be beyond me if they did.
Anything from a fan's point of view, Adam?
Sunich has been brilliant most games, in my opinion.
You have to read out who it was as well.
Totally agree, Shane.
Shane Goff.
Totally agree with Shane. Yeah. I said on the page after the game that he's. I don't know if people would agree with me, but he's the best I've seen in that position since Barry Ferguson. Yeah.
And he's going to grow. He's going to grow.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's as good as Barry Ferguson was yet. He's got the potential to be, but he's the best I've seen in that position since Barry Ferguson.
Crowley again, a cracking game.
Yeah.
You know, another player that's he's really proper settled into that team.
Yeah. Yeah. His cross for the winner was.
And I'd never heard of him.
I didn't think he was.
Never really heard of him before he came.
No.
You know what I mean? Sunich, who was he?
Well, he was.
Villalba, who was he?
Yeah.
Jimenez, who was he?
Yeah.
And look at them gelling together now.
Yeah, they're starting to gel, aren't they? As a team. And you can see we've got a good team spirit amongst them as well.
Let's not get carried away because they didn't gel for the Wigan game.
No,
that didn't happen.
No.
It didn't happen. So what I think Pepper's got to absolutely understand is, with perhaps swapping Jude around a little bit due to his age, is probably his best 11 that he can put out, and the formation.
Yeah, that for me that is. I mean, Jude Bellingham has turned into such an important player for us at the age of 16 because we are a different team without him in that position.
Oh, I think I was still doing my paper round at 16.
Yeah.
You laugh, but I was. You know what I mean? Still doing my paper round, just trying to earn enough money to go to football on the weekend.
A lot of the comments I saw when we had David Davis and Sunich were saying it was too defensive.
We were playing far too deep.
Yeah.
You know, and what Bellingham gives us is that more sort of intensity going forward with the ball. He picks out Villalba more, he picks out Crowley more, and it gets them in the game more. And you could clearly see that on Friday night.
Just an all-out brilliant performance. I mean, I had predicted Blues to lose 2-1. There you go. That was my
I
prediction.
had 1-0, didn't I?
Last week. I can have a look. Yeah.
I went 3-1 at Wigan.
Wigan away. You went. Crispy
3-1.
went 0-1. And he
Okay.
was right. You went 1-2.
He went 0-1 to us.
No, it was
At
Wigan
Wigan.
away, wasn't it? Yeah, 0-1 to Blues. Yeah, you went 1-2 to Blues. I went 1-2 to Blues. Chris Brown went 1-2 to Blues. Portsmouth. Chris Brown was 2-1. Not Portsmouth.
Middlesbrough.
Where do I get this wrong?
You've written it down as well.
Oh, sorry, there it is. Borough. Crispy was 1-1. 19,000. He weren't far off the mark there. Paul Hipkiss was 1-0. 21,000. You were a couple off there. Sorry, I couldn't come.
Yeah, let me down
Get the
then.
numbers up for you.
What was the attendance, sorry?
Off.
It was about 19.6, I think, something like that. Somebody will tell us. I predicted Borough to win 1-0, and Chris Brown predicted Borough to Blues to win 2-0. So I was the only one that got the score wrong. And thank you. Hey ho, you don't have to mind these things when they happen, do you?
But what I would say now is they've set that level. Let's try and stay as close to that bar now as we can every game and try and be consistent.
Tell me why there's not one reason we can't play like that every week.
Well, obviously inconsistency has been there this season. It has so far. But like I say, when Bellingham doesn't play in that position, and you've got Gary Gardner, Gary Gardner's an excellent player, but they're different types of players to Bellingham.
Yeah.
Bellingham's more like your Dele Alli kind of player,
Yeah.
who is an attacking midfielder, number 10,
Yeah.
who creates chances and gets other players in the game in attacking positions. Whereas your Gardners and your Davises are more. I think Gardner's a good passer of the ball, but they're more defensive type of players.
Lindsay Phillips said I had a great night on Friday. Thank you so much again. Thank you, Steve, and thank you, Boyle Sports. Well done. We'll try and get Lindsay on the phone on Podbean very shortly, Chris.
No, we're going to do it the old-fashioned.
The old-fashioned. We're going to do it the old-fashioned way. What we've had with Podbean. Now, just bear with us with this because we've had some gremlins, not from us. It's actually from Podbean. And they found out what they were, and they sent Chris a workaround this morning, but it was for Windows 8 apparently, which went out of fashion about 35 years ago. So just bear with us for a couple of weeks on the Podbean one. We will get it up and going, and it will be a facility where more than one people can talk at the same time and indulge in the show. It's just a shame that it didn't
bear
work.
with us.
That reminds me of what I was doing when I was 16 now. I was on Windows 95.
Me and Nick were on Spectrum then.
Got a comment from
We
Dave.
couldn't afford computers in our house. Come on, man. You had a Spectrum. You spoiled git.
We
Let me tell ya.
Horoscope scheme, was it, or something?
Got a comment from Dave Nelson.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
He says, what do you guys think to the long throw with Roberts? It seems to me it takes too long and gives them a chance to get set. Great passion by the lads on Friday, and the atmosphere from the start was great too.
Absolutely superb. Well done, mate. I quite like the long throw-ins personally. And there was another lad who used to do them for us way back.
Andy Legg.
Do you remember Andy Legg?
Yeah.
And my son was saying, "Oh, who is it? Who is it?" So you just put it on the boom. Within seconds, somebody come back. Andy Legg. It's like, oh God, don't you just love blues fans?
Remember
when they
Andy
do that,
Legg?
man? Andy Legg, yeah.
Yeah. Welsh
I
international as
quite,
well.
I quite like the long throw-in. It offers if you've got Duke right in the right place and you can get it on his head, boom. You never know, do you?
Well,
Flick on, something good, yeah.
It's technically as good as a corner.
Yeah.
However, though,
It doesn't come in as fast though.
It does leave us a bit open though, with Roberts up the other end of the pitch. If
Yeah.
they did catch us on the break,
Yep.
then we probably need to make sure we've got probably Sunich next to Dean in case, which I'm sure that we are doing. But yeah, you do worry a bit about Roberts if he's caught out and they catch us on the breaks. He ain't going to get back in time, is it?
Paul Somerville, great game Friday. They rolled the sleeves up and got stuck in. Just a shame that CHA wasn't still with us. Oh, Shay wasn't still with us. Would have loved the service. Shay's not had the best of times at Southampton, has he?
No, it just shows you the difference in class. But I think, to me, he didn't go to a good Premier League team, did he, really?
He's
So
got no
he wasn't
Duke
gonna
to give flick-ons or anything like that, has he? To run on to?
He's only going to get 2 or 3 chances every game if he's lucky playing for Southampton, unfortunately. So,
And Richard Burnett, you silly person, I had a £3 bet on Galaba, Birmingham to win 3-1 at 110 quid, to 110 to 1, gutted.
Oh.
I was sat in the Black Swan on Saturday and there was a guy in there and he was on the phone to his girlfriend and she'd put an accumulator on for £1 in the morning and it was like the last 5 minutes of the game, 4 or 5 minutes of the matches, And all she needed was Swansea to score one more goal against Stoke to win £3,000.
I've been in the situation myself.
She cashed out at £254,
Yeah.
and then Stoke went and scored. yeah. That's not bad for £1 though, is it?
No.
Not that I advocate gambling, because I don't.
No, I've been in that
Bleeps
situation.
Razy says no, Mr. Fun tonight. Just to let you know, Bleeps, that Mr. Fun has now left the show. He's always welcome back. The door's always open unless it's closed. So and
if we see him coming, he probably would.
Lindsay says she's currently driving at the moment, Chris, and dictating to the children. So
yeah. Reece Johnson, no Odin since he was a baby. Absolute goosebumps when he scored. Such a top lad. Keep right on, boys. Yeah, keep right on yourself, Reece, as well. What, it couldn't happen to a nice lad in front of the Tilton, could it?
It was
Jude
just
getting his first one. Odin
against
getting
Stoke, and then it's great to see. I mean, these are the best crop of
confidence builders, mate.
the crop of kids we've got coming through, though.
Yeah,
You know, it's quite impressive, isn't it?
Just imagine if we could have hung on to a few of the others way back.
Redmond and Gray and Butland.
Yeah. I mean, he's having a torrid time, isn't he, Butland? Torrid.
He just wants out. Then he just wants to move.
He
needs a move.
He needs a move. He needs to be dropped as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
never mind.
Sorry?
Yeah, Andy Legg had
children
Kevin
are the
Francis
future.
to aim up, though, says Dave Nelson. Do you remember? And Andy Legg, Kevin Francis, of course, playing up together.
That's true.
Steve Smith says it's too predictable. Roberts altered where he threw the ball. It shocked me, said Dave Twine. It's so good to see local lads not only getting in the squad, but playing and scoring and holding their own.
Yeah, absolutely.
Got to give Pep credit that he's willing to give these lads their chance. Absolutely, Shane. I could not agree with you more. And like I say, I hope Pep went home feeling 10 foot tall on Friday night, because I think he needed that one.
Yeah.
He needed that one.
Yeah. Tough game coming up now, isn't it? Saturday week at
Well,
Leeds.
this is a massive game now. Leeds United away is a huge game. Sorry, guys, I won't pay £42 to go and watch it. Sorry, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
did the double over him last season?
We did the double over this
did,
season.
yeah.
That's just dirty theft, isn't it? 40 odd quid for a football fan to travel all the way up to Leeds, yeah?
Yeah.
And then, I know I'm moaning about this, but like, God, why can't the EFL just do something like the Premier League had done? I said, no, it's capped, and it's capped to that. My son says, no, I agree with it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know whether we charged them 40 quid though to come back, and I must admit, I did say I was going to get hold of Amir and ask last week, and I haven't done so.
Yeah, I don't know that either.
I failed on that one.
Yeah.
But it's going to be another packed house up there, probably.
Yeah. Oh, it always is, isn't
They
it?
pretty much sell out
They're
every
well
week.
followed, aren't they, Leeds?
They are, yeah.
Yeah.
Great following.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Such a refreshing change on Friday to the lads up for it. Oh, you've already said that one, haven't you?
No, we didn't. No.
Great commitment and effort. Fire up the bus. Keep right on.
Do you know what? I'd love the bus to come out.
What's Kevin Kelly asking me?
Do you believe Pep is the manager for the whole season? I still feel there is a change to be made in January to a more known manager, especially if we're in contention.
Who knows with this board? That's my answer to that. Wouldn't surprise me if they did change the manager, if I'm honest.
I can't see it in a minute.
They seem to keep. Sorry, you
I
can't see it.
No.
They seem to keep this interim thing over his head, though.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Right, I don't like that.
No.
Yeah. But what the only thing from my point of view is they must on Wednesday have thought to themselves, you know what, this really ain't going to work. And then when they saw that game on Friday, you know what, this actually is working.
Yeah.
Right, and it is a transition, and we're still going through that transitional period. Players are still getting to know, their nuances, where they go, where they don't go, this, that, and the other. Friday it clicked, right? Friday it came together. Can that be the day that we push on now with that style of play? Because it was expansive, it was everything that they wanted to be. Right? It was everything the owners wanted it to be. It's everything that the fans wanted it to be.
Yeah.
And again, because we don't see football like that.
Yep.
And I was actually saying on social media last week, go back to the Blood and Thunder Blues. Right, but if this is going to work, right, there has to be that transition. With Zola, he just didn't have the players.
No.
Right? Pep's brought these guys in, and whoever has been out there scouting and doing this, that, and the other, and they've come in from the Portuguese leagues, from the Spanish leagues, this, that, and the other. So they've got the contacts out there, and if Friday is anything to go by, it's working for me. And I put my hands up and say I got it wrong on Wednesday, but I can't condone that bad performance. It was a horrible performance. Tuesday, beg your pardon.
Yeah.
I don't have a memory, Paul. You just have to keep it. You know that, right?
For me, we're either
just remind me of my name in about 10 minutes.
For me, we've either been awful or absolutely fantastic.
But isn't that the Blues way?
There hasn't been much in between, has
No.
there? You know, and when we lose pretty badly, playing badly. Even some of the games, in my humble opinion, that we've won, we haven't been brilliant, have we?
Well, Linda Ensor Robbins says, saw Jude and Odin after the match and both had feet firmly on the ground, top lads. That's how it's to be done.
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, come out, you socialise and be nice to people and just do.
As an avid Blues fan, I want Pep to do well. He's there at the moment. He's the interim caretaker manager or head coach, and I hope he does well for us.
And it's an interesting point from Steve Jobb. I was impressed with the lad Concannon in the last under-23s game. Also, don't forget Josh McEachran still to be added to the mix.
Absolutely, yeah. No, he's another type of player that may be able to, give Bellingham a breather.
Yeah.
Because he could come into that position and do the same as what Bellingham's did on Friday. Pick out the attacking players a bit more, get us forward.
So Kev Kelly says, Paul Hipkiss, do you believe in Pep Clotet as the manager for the whole? Oh, we've had that one.
That's the one. Yeah,
just answered that one.
Just catching up now.
Yeah, my answer to that is I wouldn't be surprised if they did. If we did have another manager change, wouldn't surprise me at all.
I don't think we will.
No.
I don't think we will. Craig Courtney says, Adam, your head is shining tonight.
I noticed that
So
comment.
Mr.
I did.
He's come off.
They did. They swapped chairs.
You know what? I worked the lights so that it wasn't shining on you because you swapped seats now.
Yeah.
But whatever happens, I can't get it off your head.
Yeah, Craig Courtney says Scouts deserve a medal. Great players in.
Yeah, I
with
saw that,
potential.
absolutely.
That's
Yeah.
brilliant.
Yeah.
3 days in 6 days probably didn't help with the Wigan performance. I see what you're saying, Dave, but you've got to turn up. And we didn't turn up at Wigan at all. Not at all.
No.
Not at all.
No.
Lee Malin, so glad to see my man Fran Villalba score his debut goal for Blues on Friday.
Yeah, he was excellent.
Capped a stunning performance where he never stopped chasing. He harried Middlesbrough throughout the entire game. Some of his crossfield passes were of Premier League quality. I've said that to my son. The whole midfield four were outstanding and all deserved man of the match, to be honest. Keep right on.
He's sponsoring him, isn't he? He's sponsoring Bialba, isn't he?
Is he?
Yeah, Cafe to You, Solihull. He's
yes, of course.
Bialba's
Player sponsor. Yeah.
Lee Malin, there you go. Cafe to You, Solihull. Get down there, get some munch down, yeah.
I was talking about Cafe Solihull, and big thanks to Lee as well, because I came out of a job the other day and there was a cup of coffee on my bonnet.
I'd rather have it in the cup.
Yeah, it was in the cup. Yeah, so cheers for that. It was a cup of raspberry coffee.
Oh no!
Which I've got to say was absolutely disgusting, but but thanks anyway.
But it was the thought that counted, wasn't it? He just wanted to get rid of it. It's
So he
probably his
wasn't
last
selling
sachet. He'd probably had it 4 years. Alex Turton, someone told me that Bellingham has a younger brother who's also in the youth setup. I'm told he's also very good. Has anyone seen or heard about him? Can we play him at 14? With a big smiley face. I don't think that would go down too well.
Parental permission.
With the authorities, would it really? But no, I don't know anything about Jude having a little brother. Nothing at all, but there you go.
Future's bright though.
It's in half.
Future's right, future's blue.
I think he's got a hell of a future ahead of him, Bellingham.
Can we keep him?
I certainly hope we can for at least a couple of years, a few years, because he is of a certain quality, and him and Sonic in particular. I think a top 6 championship quality potentially. So we've got other players around them as well that could be. So
I don't want to. I'm going to say a horrible word now.
Yeah, go on.
But Brexit.
Yeah.
What happens in January with the transfer window? If it happens and everything else, can we get players from abroad still?
Don't bring politics into football.
No,
you will get shot. You will get shot.
Yeah.
So is it going to be work permit based still? Like, I don't know what happens.
Interesting.
There'll be some kind of work around.
Does anybody else? Yeah, anybody else?
I'm sure the football authorities.
There'll be nobody left in the Premier League, will there?
But with our youth set up, the way everyone's coming through from the youth team, it's for me. I'd rather that than plucking from abroad, to be honest.
If you can get the odd gem from abroad, like we have done with these three, then go for it. And Pep will have contacts out there. Don't worry. He's. I think he's
We've
a
got the
little
sister
bit more
club,
astute
haven't
than people give him credit for. To be fair, I do. I really do.
Linda Robbins. Bye, Adam, because I mentioned Brexit.
We've got no listeners left and no viewers left. Yeah. Well done for that. Your first night in Frail.
Bring back Mr. Fun. What's that? No.
Yeah, what's your nickname?
I don't know.
We haven't got one yet.
Oh, now you're going to start a pretty great.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need a nickname.
need a
for
nickname.
Mr. Wilkes. Mr. Wilkes' nickname. Kind of on the Joe 90 theme.
Mr. Wilk.
I've had that before. Harry Potter. Be original though, please. Be original. Yeah.
We're better than that. Well, actually, no, we're not.
The age, though, the average age of the squad is so exciting, isn't it? When you think we've got Vialba who's 21, 22.
Yeah.
You know, you've got Sunic who's 21, you've got Bellingham who's 16, Bailey's 19.
As Phil Barton said here, with the team being so young, they will have bad games. Patience is important.
Yes, that is very true. That is very true.
Don't win
But
anything
football
with kids,
fans are
apparently.
notoriously impatient, aren't they? You know, and it's so easy to boo at the end of a game, isn't it? Not something I do.
No, me neither.
Not something I do.
No.
Win, lose or draw.
Yeah.
On to the
As long as they try, yeah.
On to the next one.
As long as they try.
But they didn't just try. Everybody gave a shift, and that's what it's what's really inspired me tonight is that every single player, even the substitutes, were at the right time. Everything was inspired, and it was just bang on.
I want to talk about something actually as well. When Bailey scored and he went in the crowd, he was absolutely, as he rightfully should be. He was so happy, and then he's come back out of the crowd. He's gone back to take his position at the other end of the pitch, and the referee's booked him.
It has to.
I think that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I know.
I just think it's
if
absolutely.
it's a law that's in the books and the rules of
Did he
football.
take his shirt off?
No, whether he took his shirt off or not,
He didn't.
It's stepping
No, he
over.
didn't.
It's stepping over that advertising hoarding. Is a booking.
That's just
I'm
passion.
not being
Out of
funny.
field
The
of
others
play.
that stepped over there as well should have also been booked. Really, if what's good for one should have been good for all. Not asking them to be. Don't get me wrong.
I kind of get it if you take your shirt off, I suppose.
Look at the security issues. Look at the surge forward. Somebody could have got injured. Somebody could have got hurt. You know what the safety people are like nowadays, right? You have to wrap yourself in cotton wool before you go to a football game now. Yeah,
I just think it's...
and then you have to sit on bubble wrap.
Yeah.
I had a big tube of that at home the other day. Shannon says to me, she's where should I put it? I says, pop it in the corner. She was there 4 hours. Hey! I'm sorry.
That's okay, because I wasn't listening.
Yeah, so I think that rule needs to be looked at. It's a bit ridiculous, don't you think?
Especially in the scoring in the 90th minute, jumping in.
Yeah.
Emotion.
Yeah, absolutely. But another thing I noticed as well was Harley Dean was congratulating every single kid when Bellingham went off. Put his arm around him and congratulated him for his performance. And then he did something very similar with Bailey after he scored as well. So, I like to see that from the captain. That's great.
Yeah.
Some cracking comments coming in tonight. Tony Jones, any change in life takes time to work, and these kids are so young. They are young enough to learn new systems. Give Pep a break and back him 100% behind you. You're supposed to be using that.
I know, it's for me. Sorry.
I'll give it you back in a
And
minute,
on that note, I've just this second had a message from Ian Connery who says Dan Crowley, 22, Ivan Sunjic, 22, Jude, 16, Fran Villaby, I can even say it.
Blah, blah, blah.
21, and all 4 of them were involved in the goal.
Yeah.
Isn't that saying
And
something?
any one of them could have had man of the match, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Kev Kelly couldn't quite agree with me. Kev Kelly says, for me, Pep's body language is off. Appears like a lemon approaching the cliff. He's a good coach, but you need a good manager to get consistency. Don't know. Let's wait and see, Kev. Let's wait and see. And Steve, BCFC Tarbuck, big up to Solihull.
Oops, sorry.
I missed that one. Big up to Solihull Moors. No pay on the gate, just gift boxes, so you pay what you want. Keep it on.
That's a great idea.
That is. Right, now we sponsor our own football team now, don't we, Chris?
We do. They weren't
Would you
playing
like
this
to give us
weekend,
details?
unfortunately.
Huh?
They weren't playing this weekend.
Okay.
But, I believe they've got a cup match coming up, so I'll get a report in.
Solihull Town.
Okay, we're going to, because the Tilton
And the
Talk
guys are coming.
Show...
I think the guys are coming in next Monday as well.
Lovely. And
Yeah.
because the Tilton Talk Show sponsor them, what we do is we'll put all those reports and that on the Tilton Talk Show page. Yeah, great.
No, they're well up for it. They're well up for it.
Can you scroll up 2, please, if you would?
Okay.
I've missed those.
Yeah, not many people
No,
agree
go
with me.
on.
This has never worked before where it's scrolled, and now it's decided
Well,
to scroll.
Linda's been behind Pep at the start of the season, is still behind him now. Jez McDonough.
Yeah.
No, we have more points on the board now than we did this time last year under Monk. There we go. And Benji Smith, do we have the best right back in the league? I honestly think we do. And
Yeah.
Paul and Adam need a dusting with compact to ease the sheen from
And just while we're on Bordsley social as well, a big thank you to
There we go.
Ian. big thanks to Ian Connor as well for the book. That's really appreciated.
Well, I was going to come to that.
Trevor
Now,
Francis
today
book,
you've
it's
been
fantastic.
gifted a Trevor Francis signed book.
Yeah.
What a lovely gesture that was.
Fantastic.
And that was
Brilliant
from
stuff. For Bordsley Labour Club and
I'll
Ian
tell you
Connor.
what, brilliant! What a brilliant gesture. Now,
Yeah,
we've
fantastic.
got like a wall of fame and a bit of a museum going on here.
Yeah.
So that will be a much welcomed addition to the artifacts and the bits and pieces we've got here.
Yeah.
Pictures and that all around the room. You know, we're filling up, Chris.
Trevor Francis pen.
You've got Trevor Francis's pen, haven't
I
you?
have, yeah. It's in a
Yeah.
box. I can't find.
Right. Right. Any of you older Birmingham fans out there? This is you
Can be
included. So you won't be included in this.
No.
Remember when the old cop came down?
Yeah.
What piece did you nick?
Didn't nick one.
Oh, you're such a nice boy, aren't you?
Yeah.
I've got a little grill from right at the front. Just
Yeah.
a little piece of grill. Like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I've still got it.
I remember going to see it with my dad in the car.
Yeah.
We were sort of in. I remember like it was yesterday, sitting in the car with my dad, looking over the fence, like out the car, and having to walk up and just watching them build it. But I didn't actually get in and nick anything.
All
Probably
right,
should
you've
have.
got 5 minutes. I want to find out who pinched the best piece of memorabilia from the old cop.
Who scored the last goal?
Ah, don't ask me questions. I've got no memory.
Who scored the last goal in front of the old St Andrews before it was
I'll have
knocked
to ring
down?
Mr. Fun up because I ain't got a clue. I don't
I'm
do that. I
I'm
don't
turning
have
into
memory.
a quiz master again. Sorry.
Right, so which bits did you pinch, Adam? Can you keep your eye on that now?
I will do, yeah.
Thank you very much indeed. Czech Keeter has stepped up in training, so another quality player to come into the squad from Gary Spencer.
I like him. I do. I think
do,
he looks very good going forward. He's just not really been given a good run in the team at any point, has he? So we shall see. Not many people agree with me, do they? On
No.
Banner, so
Is Adam advertising for McDonald's?
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jez.
yeah, I
see the
kind of get where people are coming from with that one. You could cause havoc, couldn't you? If you jump into the crowd.
So we could say Mr. Rowley, Mr. Rowland,
What's that?
Mr. McDonald. McDonald,
No.
McDonald. Right,
Louis
okay.
Donowa?
Yes, correct.
all.
Mark Andrew Adams. Yeah, it was Louis Donowa. Yeah,
I'll tell you what, I hate people
against
with
Bristol.
memories like this.
Against Bristol City. Yeah.
I just can't remember.
Steve Jobb about 2 comments behind with the right answer as well.
He also scored the first one as well in front of the new one.
They got that
Yeah.
stand up quick then.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Right, my brother-in-law. This is from Maureen Minute. My brother-in-law got a barrier to put outside the Daventry Working Men's Club where he was steward. That's brilliant.
Yeah, a few people
Brilliant.
got barriers and things. Yeah. Last day of the Cup, 2-2 versus Bristol. It was a Bristol player scored the last goal.
Oh, that's goal for Blues then. Sorry, I
Oh
meant.
yeah, okay. Says Alan Watton. Okay.
Yeah.
Alvaro Gimenez is one of the dinosaurs in our squad.
28 years old, yeah.
28, yeah.
And Duke. How old's Duke? 30, 31?
Yeah, got to be, yeah.
Yeah.
And Campo.
Camp's 35.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So but we got this goalkeeper to come through. You know,
It must be different taste in music in the dressing room, I'd imagine.
music.
Mm.
Oh God, I can't listen to that.
Just saying amongst the squad, like, they must have different music tastes.
Yep, Djukovic is 30.
Yeah.
3-word review.
Yeah, go for it.
3-word review. 3-word review. This week's winner is Nick Lewis with Baileys and Dream.
Ooh.
Excellent. Message me Nick Lewis and I'll get something nice off to you. There you go.
What a moment for the kid that was. Unbelievable,
What a
wasn't it?
moment for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
What a-
yeah.
What a moment for the fans, seeing one of your youngsters get his first goal in front of the tilter. Brilliant. Yeah.
To win it at that time as
At
well.
that time, yeah.
Yep.
90.
I bet you never slept a wink, did he, on Friday night?
I must say that by the time the full-time whistle had gone, I'd numbed some of the pain.
Yeah.
Wow. Gets over to the local, alcohol shop. They've got 7.5% beers there, 4 for £6. Oh, I'll have that. I'll have that.
Alcohol shop.
Yeah.
What do you mean an outdoor?
Off licence.
Off licence.
Alcohol shop.
Off
What is
it.
it?
Bargain boozer.
Well, it wasn't. There were plenty of other, reputable alcohol retailers throughout the course of the country.
Support your local pub.
Chris, you've had some good news today. Let's hear about it live on air.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I have.
Because it needs talking about.
It's a second operation I've had actually. I had cancer a couple of years ago. I had a small tumour. I had it removed, and it all disappeared. And I thought that was it. And unfortunately, it came back again. And so I had an operation in June, and I've been to the hospital today to have a small investigation.
A procedure.
Which is why my voice is a bit higher this week. As to where they put the camera, I'll leave that to your.
Just leave it there.
Yeah, leave it there, and it's all clear. So I'm once again clear. So
Amazing.
Here we go.
Fantastic
Absolutely
news.
brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
All good. All good.
Pat Begley has got to go. We'll watch later. Cheers, thank you. As always, great show. Keep right on. See you later, Pat. Take it easy, man. Take it easy. Craig Courtney says the spine of the team is settled. If this remains, we will be okay. And Peter Taylor had a tear in my eye when Bellingham scored the winner, and the same with Bailey. Yeah, it was brilliant. Nice to have. Ooh, there we go. Interjection.
Only because Craig Courtney says, "Ding ding, Mrs. Brown, ring that bell."
Yeah.
Adam's in charge of the belt, and I'll give him one job.
Yeah. Mr. Bell. No.
No.
Right, on a serious note, ladies and gentlemen, this is an urgent appeal on behalf of our friends at the Birmingham Homeless Support Team. They have almost but run dry of all supplies. That is literally everything. So what we're asking for is sleeping bags, socks, jumpers, coats, pullovers, hats, scarves, gloves, toiletries, you name it, anything that can help these guys out. They've got, is it a PayPal page, I think, haven't they? Something like that. You can have a look on their Facebook page anyway. BHST, Birmingham Homeless Support Team, are in desperate need of supplies, and as we're supporting them all through this football season, what we'd like you to do is pull out all the stops, and anything you got, please go along to one of these places. Bordsley
Labour
Club,
Labour
the
Club.
Conservative Club at Chelmsley Wood, or get in touch with Mrs. Brown here, and he has a lock-up where we can organise the boys and girls to come and pick up the bits and pieces that you drop off. But this is in a desperate situation now because they've literally got next to nothing on hand to go out.
Yeah, can I just say, I went up on Thursday because I had a small bag that somebody gave me, and I was really surprised. There was nothing in the bin. It was empty, which I've never seen before.
Okay.
So that's how desperate they are.
Well, I was going to wait a couple of weeks and then start my campaign, but I will start that when I get home tonight, and that's in my own local town. Please, if there's anything you can do, anything, blankets, anything that keeps people warm. I mean, just go and stand outside for half an hour now in just a t-shirt. Huh? And then imagine having to do that 24 hours a day. So come on, we're Birmingham City fans, we do it our way. Now, Mrs. Brown is holding up a picture, and this is of a football programme.
They can see it.
They can see it. And the match is...
Don't ask me.
It will say
Stephen Clements in it, so it's mid to late 2000s.
Yeah. Doesn't say.
So look.
Issue 23.
Issue number 23, so it's a numbered, signed print by the Blues players. And is it of a specific game?
Yeah. Sunday, 4th of March.
Cardiff City.
Right, so it's Birmingham City versus Cardiff City.
Everywhere but there.
And the whole Birmingham City team have signed that. Right, now, last time we had Richard Golding very kindly donate £325, something like that?
For the
signed shirt. This is what we've got now for the Birmingham Homeless Support Team. Every single penny, and I mean every penny, will go to them. We take nothing out of it. We don't even take the money. You just directly
just pay it.
Put it into their account, and then we will make sure that picture gets to you. So if you want to start bidding, you can do it either on Here Tonight and on the Tilton Talk page, or by messaging Chris Brown direct. I don't think too many of us should get involved. So if we leave it just for you, Chris,
fine.
Then you'll know where you are, because then you've got like the two places to look.
That's
three
right.
places. So on Here Tonight, you can bid for that signed number 23 of how many? Do you know?
No idea.
No, it says number 23. But let's see if we can raise some money for these guys.
Somebody can start it off with a £5. That's a start, isn't it?
Okay.
Should we do the alphabet?
Ooh.
Ding dong.
Do you want to draw it, Adam?
Yeah, go on then.
It is alphabet player time. We named it something last week. I can't remember what it was.
Alphabet Blues, wouldn't it?
No,
I can't remember.
no. Right, in here were 26 letters of the alphabet, A to Z, and we draw one out each week. And it is your best player, surname only, the best Birmingham City player, surname only, will go into the top 26, and then at the end of the season we will pick a team of 11 out of that. And that might be a competition that we could do. So,
We've got on record, haven't we, all the letters we've had so far?
Oh, yeah.
our 11 versus everybody else's.
Well, Robbo was last week, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
I know Kevin Phillips got P. And
Yeah.
Right, there you go, Mr. Wilkes. Just pick one out of there. So there's no shenanigans.
Oh, I've got two.
Right.
Take them. That one. We have A.
A.
Aye.
A for Alpha.
A for Alpha.
It has to be a surname, right, of a Birmingham City player beginning with A, and it's your favourite player of all time. You sure that's an A, not a D?
Well,
It
which
could be a
way
D.
around?
Is
Is
it
it
a
in
D? Let's have a
capitals?
look.
Is it in capitals?
Yes.
It's that way, or is it?
Oh, no, it's a D.
That's
a D.
Oh,
It's
it's
a
a D. Okay.
That's a D.
That way
Now
round.
we,
Looks
now
like
we
an A.
gave you two jobs. You've now screwed both of them up.
Ding dong, ding
So
dong.
it's the
So
letter
it's D.
D.
D. Obviously, there's one that sticks out straight away in my mind, and even I can remember him. And that's Christophe Dugarry.
Absolutely.
Okay. But anybody else beginning with D? We'll scrub all the A's.
Sorry, everybody.
Great for radio, isn't it?
Sorry, we've got a name for the game as well. Alphabeti Spaghetti Game or Alphabeti Blues Spaghetti Game.
It'd be wrong of me not to say Devlin.
Yeah.
It would.
You got to do it, yeah.
Stephen Gill, Jose Dominguez,
Ah, Jose.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Dominguez.
Tony Hurley,
Dugarry.
Steve Portman, Devlin, Steve Job, Devlin.
Devs.
Kevin Drinkle.
Daesh, Liam Daesh.
Ah, proper
Daesh.
player.
Daesh, oh,
Proper.
Daesh.
Yeah, proper
Proper.
player. Yeah.
We'll literally have to do it based on the votes on tonight's
Yes,
show.
it is, but based on the votes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Dugarry seems to be.
Dugarry, Liam Daesh.
Harley Dean, Mark Dennis.
Mark Dennis, another good player. Yeah.
Excellent player.
Proper little hard nut.
Yeah. Oh, that was a great team of hard nuts, wasn't it? That?
I think Dugarry's winning at the minute.
Yeah. Kevin Dillon,
Stanley
Dennis,
says,
Dugarry, Devlin,
Alan Haynes go
Dennis.
for the A, which would have been a good call. To be perfectly honest with you.
Christophe
Christophe
Dugarry, no competition.
Mark Dennis, Harley Dean from Benji Smith.
Yeah.
Louis Donovan.
Louis Donovan from Mark Adams.
David Dunn just for the failed Rabona.
David Dunn was quality when he played. It's just a shame we couldn't keep him on the pitch
Yeah.
because he was a top player, wasn't
Yeah. Just like
Paul Devlin from Richard Hayler. Jason Drennan, Dugarry.
Julian
Dixie
Dix.
from Penny Wood.
he? Remember Kevin Dearden, the goalie?
Dix, yeah.
David Dunn.
Yeah.
Louis Donovan from Craig Courtney. Christophe Dugarry again.
Donaldson.
Donaldson.
Of course.
Clayton, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Paul Devlin should be top from Steve Portman.
Paul Devlin, listen.
When you think about it, I mean,
Scott Dan.
McGoo's gone Julian Dix. Warren Sterling's gone Dix.
so it's not just based on
No.
ability. You know, it's based on your favourite, isn't it?
Goff is Daesh. Mark Adams, I think he's already had a go.
Yeah, Ray Orton says Scott Dan.
Scott Dan was good.
Yeah, good player. Him and
Yeah. Roger Johnson.
Roger Johnson.
What a,
Yeah.
what, and once they got split up, that
He
was it.
Johnson was never the same without
Never
him.
the same.
No.
Never the same.
No.
But yeah.
Kevin Dillon's got a lot of votes as well.
Kevin
which
Dillon.
surprised me.
Julian Dix, I've just thought of as well.
Yeah. It seems to be between Paul Dev and Dugarry at the
Dugarry.
moment. Dugarry, a lot of Dugarrys.
Daishy's got a few as well.
And Daesh, yeah, Daesh. Scott Dan, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Donaldson. Yeah, Julian Dix. Yeah, Daesh.
Daishy was proper, wasn't he? Top player.
Oh, yeah.
Solid.
Yeah.
You could have threw a slab in the air and he would have headed it.
I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
Oh dear.
Jerry Daly by Paul Lilly.
Devlin from Bleeps. Jerry Daly. Paul Lilly.
Dash, the Chesterfield trumpeter.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Dugarry, no competition. Even Devlin would say. I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I think Des possibly would as well because I think Dugarry was just one of those players who was a class.
He was
of his
immense,
own,
wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we think?
Yeah. I mean, what
On
would-
in his
what would
loan
we do?
spell.
What would we do for him in our setup now?
Oh,
David Davis.
David
There you
Davis,
go, of
yeah.
course,
Been
yeah.
a good servant to us, yeah. Yeah.
On a note of Hard Knocks in December, we have Daesh, Blake and Granger in an evening with BCFC Hard Knocks. Tom Ross is hosting. Looks like the 6th of December will confirm next Monday.
Yeah, do that,
That's
and
at
then
the,
we'll certainly plug that
It's
for
at the
you.
Borsley Labour Club.
Borsley
yes.
Labour Club.
That'll be
Doing
a
loads
good
at the
night.
moment, haven't they? I wish I could get over. I wish I lived closer. Has anybody got a house in Birmingham I can have? I wish to pay no rent, no rates, no electric, no gas, no nothing.
He was decent. Richard Dryden. He was all right for a bit.
For a bit.
Colin Doyle.
Yeah,
Colin
McGreevy,
Doyle.
Colin
Yeah,
Doyle.
good goalkeeper, Colin Doyle.
He had that little spell, didn't he, when he saved the penalty at Wolves?
Yeah. Greg Downs, I don't remember that one, Mark.
Yeah, I do.
Greg Downs.
He was in the 91 Leyland Daff
Ah,
squad.
yes, he was, yeah.
Can
Yeah.
I just just had a really nice message from somebody. I won't say his name yet, but he's just said, "Hi Chris, I know you're live and we'll probably not get this till later. I'd like to help raise some money if I can. I've been growing my hair for over a year. I'd like to shave it all off if we can raise enough money for charity. I've done it a few years ago as well for Children's Ward at Heartlands. Let me know if this is possible."
It's possible. It's even possible to do it live,
We
isn't
could do
it?
it live on air.
Oh, wouldn't that be good?
So there you go. We've thrown you down the gauntlet.
There you go.
You come on in. We'll shave your head.
Yeah. We
Don't
could
worry,
do
my
a double
son's
with
a
Adam.
qualified barber. I know all the tricks in the book.
Yeah, mine's au naturel, heading backwards.
Eamon Dolan. That's a blast from the past, isn't it?
Very much so, yeah.
From Daniel O'Sullivan.
Seen Craig Courtney's comment.
Yeah, I have, yeah. And good evening to Ray Hobro from the sunny climates of the Atlantic Ocean. Out
He's
there
always
in,
on holiday.
No, he's always on holiday.
Ah.
There's more holidays than me.
I've had a week.
Haven't they? I've only had a week this year.
I've had 2 weeks.
A month.
Paul Hipkiss.
Can you shave your head too?
No problem. Tomorrow morning.
You might get a quid for that. Between everybody.
It's quite all right. Yeah, okay. Can I just say the chap's name was Thomas T.J. Loughran.
Okay, so there you go. We've thrown the gauntlet down. You're very welcome to come in and
Come
have
in,
it on
Tom.
live on air where we can
It's just comments
immortalise it on the Tilt and Talk page.
I even know.
And
a
of course,
hairdresser
you'd
that
then
was in
join our Hall of Fame as well.
it. Mm. Yeah, okay.
He
Which
says,
is ever growing.
It's definitely looking between Daesh, Devlin and Dugarry, isn't it, those three?
Okay, it's your competition, so you're tasked with counting them up later. But just keep your eye out for people who've said the same 1, 2, or 3 or 4
I
times.
will do, definitely.
yeah.
And Ray's just said, "Oi." That's all he said. Oi. Evening all.
Evening, Ray. Ray, the main stand Hobro.
Craig just says 3 people shine and he's not good for viewers.
Hang on, who's the third?
Well, if
When he comes to have his hair
the
shaved,
shot comes
Oh,
in.
right, yeah. Definitely have to bring the talcum powder in that night, won't we?
I can see it, yeah.
Calm it down a bit.
I think we're going to have to add that up later, but I'm pretty sure that Devs has probably just edged it.
Do you think?
I think
At
so,
the
yeah.
minute.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I'd rather have a count up if that's all right.
And I think
Yeah.
we should have
Yeah.
Devs anyway.
No,
Well-
because it's people's vote. Listen, Brexit.
Yeah.
Well,
You know,
Right,
see what
Democracy.
happened there.
Yeah. I mean, Dugarry was absolutely incredible when he was on loan, and then
Yeah.
he signed permanently, and he wasn't quite the same as what he was on loan, if you remember.
Fussell.
Pete Taylor says you need to invest in uplighters.
yes, I know, yeah.
And he was only
Uplighters.
here for, what,
Just
a
want to
year?
show you something.
Yeah.
Whereas Devlin, obviously, he's been a great servant. He was a great player, Devlin.
Yeah.
He was.
Some great days in there, weren't they? Tatey and the
Yeah,
likes. And,
yeah.
oh,
That season first season under Trevor when he got 19 goals? Dev, he played through the middle with Paul Furlong, didn't he? And
There you go, Nick. There you go, Nick. That's the chap.
That's the guy.
That's the
Oh
chap.
right, okay, yeah. We can soon have that whipped off for you, mate. My son's a professional barber. I'll ask him if he'll come in and do it for you.
There you go. He said it's ready to go, mate. Let me know when I'm in.
Right, I'll have a word with my eldest. See if I can get him in for next Monday.
Does it include the beard?
Of course, it's everything, isn't it? It's, I'm pretty sure it's in the regulations.
I'm sure we can accommodate that.
Yeah.
Mark Andrew Adams says
It's nice because you've got like one of these clean up floors that can, easily
There you
sweep
go,
up
yeah.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
What's it called? Laminate flooring.
that's the one.
that's it.
Laminate.
Maybe we
That's
can
the
do a bit of a transplant.
Mark Andrew Adams says we'd be the 3 amigos.
Oh.
We Red card that, please.
Kev Code says Daesh 52%, Devlin 48%. I wonder what did do Gary. Oh yeah, for Brexit.
Okay.
I've got it. Thank you, Kev. Nice one. Yeah, okay, right. So I'll have a chat with me Adam when I get home then and see if he'll bring his cutters across and see what we can do.
No
Can't
problem.
promise because you might be working late or whatever, but I can only ask.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Failing that, I think there's some shears in the back shed which are a bit rusty, but they should be all right.
That's scary.
Chris, Steve Tarbuck says congratulations on your news.
Oh yes, okay. Cheers, Tarby.
Are we going to get hold of Lindsay?
She's not online at the moment.
Okay, no worries.
I'll keep trying.
Right.
Should we do a goal?
We can do, yes, a goal.
A goal.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, as you know, I won't know the answer to this.
And it's doubtful either.
Have you got it ready? Oh, Chris has got them now.
He's
Hasn't
got. Yeah, it's all being done properly now.
I mean, it's all professional, isn't it?
Hang on.
You watch it fail miserably.
Can you see that to tell me which one you want first?
Yeah, that one first.
Hang on. I'll see if I can drag it over. Okay. No, I can't drag it over.
In the meantime,
No, you can't
in the
see.
meantime, England's ladies kick off tomorrow night at 7 o'clock in Portugal. So if you want to watch that one, I'm not too sure whether it's on mainstream TV yet. It usually is, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah, it's on.
Not done so well lately. I think they lost the last 5, haven't they? Something like that. So that should be an interesting one tomorrow. And Blues Women, the next game is on the 12th at 2 p.m.
Yeah, Lindsay's on that.
Lindsay's
I've got
on.
Paul Devlin.
Okay, I'll give her a call in a second.
Okay.
Oh, from Roxana, Lindsay's daughter.
I'm still
Mum's trying to drive in the dark. She said so sorry.
Don't worry. Yeah, the next game for the Blues Women is at the Manchester Etihad Academy on the 12th at 2 p.m.
Right, okay.
If anybody wants to go up and support the women, then they're very welcome to go and do so.
At Man City's
At Manchester City
Academy, yeah. It's right next to the Etihad, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
How did anyone get on Super 6?
You got it?
Can you do Super 6?
No, I don't do it, mate.
No?
Oh,
No.
yes. I'm
Right,
doing-
I have a
that's
£50
all right.
bet each year with my sister. That money goes to BHST. Right, it used to go to my brother's wife's fund who passed away of cancer a few years ago, but he closed that fund down now. So it's 50 quid to the BHST, and I failed to do one a couple of weeks ago, and she's a couple of 3 points in front of me at the moment, so I need to up my game. And that, ladies and gentlemen, clicking was Chris Brown opening yet another beer.
He's deserved it. I'm
celebrating
tonight.
tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hope you don't start peeing.
I just tell you, it's really, really painful.
I bet.
It is. If I go for a pee, I have to hold something to squeeze it. It's that painful.
Really?
I'm not joking.
I think you
I
want to
can't hold
rephrase
that
that
either.
and re-edit that
Yeah.
tonight before it goes out on Switch FM tomorrow. We'll try and get Lindsay. Lindsay, drive safely, whatever you're doing. Don't rush for us. We're here till 9 o'clock.
No, I'll call her. Okay.
So we got a goal?
Yeah. Tell me. So,
I can't
are you ready?
see it.
Hopefully, people will be able to listen and hear it. Here we go.
And he scored! Birmingham City have a lifeline!
There you go.
Play it again, Sam.
Hmm?
Can you play it again, Sam?
Yeah, of course.
Bit louder than here.
And he scored! Birmingham City have a lifeline!
Have a lifeline.
Thud of the ball sounded like it was a penalty.
Poker face.
So it was a penalty.
You want me to answer?
No.
or-
No. Right. Let's see if anybody knows what that is. You keep your eye on that.
Yeah,
Let's
well,
give
look,
let's
yeah.
let's give people a chance to have a go. See if they can get it.
Okay.
Steve
You in the
Jobs.
Steve
idea?
Jobs.
Yeah.
I think Steve Jobs got it, isn't
Hit the nail on the head already.
Oh, straight away. Yeah. Easy one. That one was. I thought it was an easy one.
Well done, Steve Jobs. You got it, mate.
Do you want to ramp it up again?
Yeah. Should we do it again?
Here's another one.
Here's
another one.
Here we go.
Scored here at St Andrews for over 2 years. What a moment it would be to end that record. And he has done so. It's advantage Birmingham City.
A little bit harder, but
Blues Villa.
Do it again.
Scored here at St Andrews for over 2 years. What a moment it would be to end that record. And he has done so.
It's
I
weird
do
for
know I've just seen it on the screen.
Oh,
Yeah, don't answer that.
I think I'd have got that one actually.
Ooh.
Paul.
No one's got it yet.
No one got it?
From Alan Minute, England women on BBC Channel 4 tomorrow. So
BBC Channel 4?
BBC Channel 4.
Stephen Gill's
BBC
got it.
4. BBC 4.
These are a bit
BBC
too
4.
easy this week, aren't they? We've been a bit
Yeah,
kind.
yeah. I think we need to do.
Yeah, Seb
Oh,
Larson.
Villa. I got that bit right then.
Seb Larson penalty against them in
I
the.
think the last one might be a bit more difficult.
Okay, let's go for it then.
Here we go.
Maureen said West Ham in the cup, but no, it wasn't.
Yeah, we've got the last one now, Nick.
Turning McClintock nicely.
Old-fashioned
Then Leach. Finds right. Oh, well, what about that? What?
Ooh. Oh, we're gonna have to play that one again, aren't we?
Very much so, yeah.
There you go.
Turning McClintock nicely. Then Leach. Finds right. Oh, well, what about that?
That's Motti, isn't it? Right, so
There you go. Then pick the bones out of that
Martin
one then.
Swinscoe saying Trevor Francis.
Mm-hmm.
Who against?
Francis versus Brentford.
Incorrect. No.
No.
Francis is correct.
No, yeah.
Oh, I think Tim's got it.
Yeah, against
Against
QPR is
Yeah,
correct.
well done, Tim. Yeah.
Well done, everyone. That was too
Well
easy
done,
this week.
yeah,
We'll have to
yeah,
try
yeah.
and make it a bit more difficult.
Yeah,
Ramp
we're
it up
gonna.
next week. Okay, Linda's just sent a message through. Linda Enzel Robbins. Now got a 3-barreled name. How posh. Bet she gets out of the bathtub away in the sink. Accessi Blues are handing out over 50 Christmas shoeboxes tomorrow for BHST. Well done, guys. And I know they've been the Accessi Blues guys have been busily making up these boxes over the last couple of weeks, and it's been a great project for them. It really keeps them involved in community projects and that. So, you know, these are the things we ought to really be supporting.
Yeah.
Proper people
Yeah.
doing proper things for people who are. This is our disabled community doing things for people who haven't got a house. How
Yeah.
nice is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're banging. That's absolutely banging.
Mm.
Yeah, a lot of you getting it. Brett Stanley, Trevor Francis versus Queen Park Rangers goal of the month as well that month.
nice.
Stephen Gill wasn't born then.
Nor me.
Nor me.
No, not me.
I was.
There was talk of someone suggested a statue, didn't they, of Hatton Francis?
I saw
and
that.
Latchford.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah,
that.
I
Because
think
it's
that's
the
a
50th,
great idea.
50th anniversary since his
Yeah.
debut next year.
Yeah.
It's got to happen or something similar.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it, outside
Yeah.
the cop reception?
Oh my God, yeah.
Gotta
Bronze
happen,
statues. 3 bronze statues. All right, Trevor Francis is in the middle. On one
Hatton and
either
Latchford
side.
either side.
Right, with room for Odin Bailey's, Jude Bellingham's, and anybody else who wants to join
Peter
in
Enkelman.
all of that. I know where I'll put his in the tilting toilets.
No, I thought that was a good shout, to be fair. It would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Can I just quickly say I'll do the shares in the week as I did this week, purely because I'm not prepared.
forgotten.
You've not been
I haven't
prepared.
forgot. I've just not remembered.
So, we haven't got prepared. So that's 14 and a half minutes. We've got to shave off the show now because we're not doing the shares. Into the last 15 weeks.
But keep on sharing. Keep on sharing. Keep on sharing.
Yeah, all you got to do is share this on your stream, your personal Facebook stream, to be in with a chance for some goodies off Mrs. Brown next week. And
Yep.
like you said, you're going to get somebody to draw it out live in the week.
I don't mind. Yeah.
Yeah, do that,
If you want
do
to pop
that.
over?
I don't mind.
No, it's
I
all right.
can
sir.
do Wednesday about 1
got a
o'clock in the
stand well,
morning. Thursday about 1:30.
Yeah, in the
Or
morning.
Friday, in the morning.
Oh, right, okay,
or Friday
yeah,
about 2 in the morning. It's your call.
Okay, fair
Or
enough.
I can knock doors hard.
Stephen Gill says, what about a Gil Merrick statue? But he's got the stand
Yeah.
in his name. So.
He's got the stand in his
Yeah,
name.
he has, yeah.
Even then, right, okay, look, right. When was the last time you went into the Gilmerrick upper?
Phew, long time.
Right.
Yeah, long time ago.
So you walk in, and then there's just this dead area at the back of you where the railway peters off. You know, they could do something
That's a
nice
horrible bit,
in there. Wouldn't that be lovely to do something really proper in there? And like you say, have a statue of Gilmerrick in there. It's his stand. It's named after
Yeah,
him.
fair enough. Yeah.
Have it in there. Why not? You know,
Coat of paint.
use a bit of that space. Maybe our Accessi Blues people could accommodate a bit of that space and have some indoor shelter at half time and one thing and another.
Yeah.
Huh? There's a lot of space underneath there. You know, you could get a little cafe in there.
Statue of Ray Hobro behind the main stand, the Ray Hobro stand.
Definitely.
No,
Yeah.
statue of Ray Hobro.
Behind the Ray Hobro
No,
stand.
no,
Yeah.
in front of the main stand,
Ah.
right in between the two managers' boxes, in between the two dugouts. Yeah.
On holiday.
Just stood
On
there, go like
holiday,
this.
yeah.
Go like this.
In front of a swimming pool.
With a pint in his hand and his holiday tickets in the other.
I've always thought as well on the back of the Gilmary, we've just got that big white.
No, mate, we've
Should
had
have
this
the
discussion.
badge there.
We've said it
yeah.
We've
before.
had this discussion.
Yeah.
We
lots
should
and
have the
lots of
badge there,
times.
shouldn't we?
How difficult would it be to superimpose a
How difficult would it be for me to pull a ladder
projector
up and
type
paint
thing?
it?
Projector type thing, like Batman, you mean?
Yeah, yeah. All right.
I should just get a ladder up and paint it, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hold on to the bottom for me.
Guerrilla painting, yeah.
Right, keep your eye on these shout boxes. I want more comments from people. Lee Camp's statue, and if it breaks, it's Camp's fault. Kelvin. I can't read that one, but it is funny. The Holy Trinity, Francis Latchford and Hatton, yeah.
Yeah, especially for the 50th anniversary.
So yeah, Martin Jones, General Francis Hatton, the best strike force I've ever seen down Blues. And you ain't far wrong there, buddy.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. Can I quickly say that this week's caption winner was Tim Croucher Faraday. Again, I think he's a double winner as well.
Really?
He's a double winner. Yeah, yeah. Don't ask me what it was because I couldn't remember.
Do you need to
But
find out?
But he made me laugh. Yeah, you find out.
I'll find out.
You find out.
Jess wants to know, how did the Edward versus fans fight go over Carlton? Well, it didn't quite materialise, did it? But I think that was all a little bit tongue in cheek and a little bit out of language and one thing or another.
Oh, I think.
Of course it was.
Yeah,
But it was funny, you know. It had people talking for a day. It had Twitter trending and one thing and another. So
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things that just got taken out of context. I don't think it was meant the way it was said.
and talking about the Holy Trinity, we do have a T-shirt on the wall actually with the
You
Holy
do, yes.
Trinity on.
See it there?
With the Holy Trinity on.
Yeah. Somebody can have that if they want to. If you think of
Do you
a
know
quick
what?
competition, they can have it.
What an absolute shame that you didn't know about the book the other day. You could have got that down to Trevor and got him
I
to
know.
sign it.
I know.
He's doing another one soon, I've heard.
Oh right, okay.
Okay, so we might hold on to
Yeah.
that for a
Yeah.
little while then. Yeah.
So the caption competition, Tim's comment was, "Why is there a sheep with no legs or head floating above my nut?"
I knew it was something funny.
Right. Right. I've got yes. You were the,
That was the
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
that was the image.
Robert Hopkins.
There you go. If somebody can say why they think they deserve it, take it out.
Tell us why you think you deserve that. Right.
It's large.
It is large.
It is a large.
I deserve it because I'm large.
Chris, do you want to
Well, for you,
cutting
Paul,
on
it's
Nick's
all right,
camera?
No, it's not good to me.
Okay, just cut on your camera. Just put it up again.
Lift that back up again.
Here we
There you
go.
go. Just put it up again. So there you go. That's it. People can see it then.
There you go.
That is our Holy Trinity T-shirt. If you can tell us the best reason why you think you should own that, yeah, and it is size large, then it'll be on its way to you.
There you go.
And if
Thank
you
very
could give a
much.
donation to BHST,
That's
we'd
a
really
good
appreciate
idea.
it.
That's a good idea. Good afternoon here in Mexico, says Basil.
Mexico! Hello, Mexico!
Hello, everybody.
Oh, me, oh, my, oh. There used to be a song about the sombrero at Blues, but I can't repeat it on air.
Have we ever had a Mexican player at the Blues?
A Mexican player at Blues.
Have we ever had a Mexican player at the Blues?
Where did Jose Dominguez come from? He's Portugal. wasn't he?
Portuguese, wasn't he?
Portuguese, yeah. He sounded Mexican though, didn't he? Give him a couple of tacos.
Tim says, I deserve it for winning the caption twice. And I'm large.
So it's win-win.
Craig says, because I do Twitter. My missus said that you can't shave all the beard off, but the hair can definitely go, says Thomas, the chap who's coming in for his haircut.
Okay, no problem. I'm going to have to write that down on my hand so that I remember.
But you might forget.
I'll get home and I'll say, why have I got hair written on my hand? Why have I written on my hand? I deserve it for shaving all my hair for charity.
So we're doing a show next week? We've got the England game, haven't we, next Monday night?
Is it, what's the seventh? I do think the lads are coming in next week. But
Okay.
yeah, we'll
The
sort it
Solihull
out
Town.
in midweek. Yeah,
The Solihull Town lads.
yeah, and the Birmingham community coach is coming in as well. Blues,
Okay.
Blues community.
Okay, just a bit of news then. Birmingham's Senior Cup against Tamworth has been postponed. The date will be announced in the future. That's the Birmingham Under-23 Senior Cup against Tamworth has been postponed. The date will be in due course. That was announced a couple of days ago, but just to remind you, in case you felt like going down there. Right, Leeds away, predictions.
Throw it to you.
I'm going to go 1-1 at Leeds.
Right,
We've got 3 in a week, haven't we? After the international break, we've got 3 in a week.
yeah.
Who's the
So-
three?
Well, we've only
Who's
got this one though before we reappear here next Monday.
Yes,
So
yeah,
we'll do
yeah.
the other two then.
Yeah.
Mr. Wilkes,
I will say 2-1 Blues.
1-2.
Rise when I'm wrong.
Me too.
Mrs. Brown,
Well, you know what I'm going to say, don't you? 2-1 Blues.
Same as me.
I'm going to go 2-2. Right, and we'll save that and keep that for next week.
Hey,
And
Courtney
if-
0-0.
What's good is we've got a
Cheers,
2-week
mate.
break now, haven't we? So obviously they'll be nice and fresh, and we can pick that same 11 that we started with on Friday.
hopefully.
Yeah.
hopefully.
You wouldn't change anything from that, would you?
No, I wouldn't, but I like momentum. I
Yeah.
don't like
The break.
the lull.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking of the likes of Bellingham at 16
Yes.
years of age.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah, he's going to need a rest from that. But having said that, when I was 16 years of age, I could ride 40 miles on the
Yeah.
push bike, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
True.
Ask me to do half a mile now and I'd just put the bike down.
Mm-hmm.
Take it to the vets and put
Put it on the train.
Put it back of the trailer, yeah. Drive there.
I like what Brett Stanley just said. Where's it gone now? He said he deserves a T-shirt because Phil Summerhill knew them, and his mum was his dinner lady.
Bringing that one up.
Not to name names, eh? Not to name names.
Can I just say, Basil says, we've had a former Blues player in the Mexican League. Can you name him?
Right, Basil, nice question. A former Birmingham City player who joined the Mexican League.
Playing now, still playing now.
I don't know.
I can. I just can't think of his name.
It's not Martin.
Well, then you can't
No.
name him, can
No.
you? You know, the question was there. It was dead simple for
It's
you.
on tip of my tongue.
You've had 2 jobs all night. Screw both of them up. Now the question, you can't even get that right.
Look, Mr. Fun Shoes were big shoes to fill, all right?
Dave Twine said we've won 3 of the last 4 at Leeds.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yes, we have,
Pretty
yeah.
good. That's good statistics, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Chris Hughes at large.
Yeah.
Alex Sheldon, Trevor Francis statue outside with Bellingham doing the unveiling. Ooh.
It's not
That's-
Robert Morrison.
But that's,
Not.
that's,
No, he's at
that's,
Sheffield United, isn't
that's big shoes
Yeah,
to follow.
didn't he
there.
go to the Mexican League?
he? What's the question? Is he still,
Somebody else has said Ravel Morrison.
Is
as
someone
well.
saying he played in the? He played, or he's still playing?
Yes. No, just said played.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So yeah,
Probably is then.
We only had him on loan. Does that count?
a couple of people have said Ravel Morrison as well. Yeah,
But what's the gentleman's name over in Mexico?
Basil.
Basil, if it is Ravel Morrison,
Basil?
please let us know.
Yeah.
Please let us know.
I don't think we've ever had a Mexican player.
Yes,
have
it
we?
is. Yes, it is.
It is. Ravel
It
Morrison.
was
Well
Ravel
done,
Morrison.
Mick James and Stephen Gill for getting that one right.
Yeah,
That's,
well done. Well
I'll
done.
tell you what, that's some memory.
Nobody here got it.
Atlas FC.
Yeah,
No.
we're not clever enough. Even Adam wasn't quick enough to Google that.
I wasn't. Not this time.
No, well done.
It's your internet connection.
Okay.
No, I wouldn't have found that. So what did there? Atlas FC.
Hey.
Look, Leeds away the weekend. 42 quid. Dirty Leeds. Filthy Leeds. Two of us have said a draw. Two of you have said an away win.
We did it last year. I don't know why we can't do it this year.
I've said a draw. Yeah, well, yeah. Play like we did against Middlesbrough. It's going to be totally different.
Play like we did against Middlesbrough. We could beat anybody in this.
We don't have an Adams this year.
No. And we'll be a bit more cautious away from home, won't we, than what we were at home.
But we got Sunich, we got Bellingham.
We might not have an Adams, but we scored twice.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. We scored twice against Stoke after going behind. Huh?
The good thing is as well, not the good thing, but not one of our strikers scored the other night and we still scored 2. And then we scored 2 at...
This is what the attacking midfield is, though, isn't it?
and we scored 2 at Derby as well, not one of our... When was the last time one of our strikers scored?
Does it matter?
Yeah, our striker.
I'll take a goal from anybody anyway. Anyway, I'll take a goal from Lee Camp, to be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looping over the heads and one thing or another. Right, ladies and gentlemen, 20 minutes to go of the show left. Blimey, where's that gone
I know.
to?
Flies.
The Tilton Talk Show is once again being nominated by your good selves in the...
They don't know that
is it
yet.
the... Which awards is it this year?
This is for the, I believe it's FF.
Yeah.
It's FS Awards, yeah.
Awards.
FFS Awards, yeah.
On the Tilton Talk page, please go there, is a link. Chris Brown's going to put this link up on here in any minute, and this is the link, and it's very, very simple to fill the form in. Even I could do it.
Oh, it's a nice easy one, isn't it? Yeah, it is nice.
A lot easier than last year's.
Yeah.
And what we want to do is get nominated for an award, trog off down to wherever, have a night out, and
Come back with a trophy.
yeah, it'd be nice. Be nice.
Yeah, and I believe it's.
But just to get recognition is nice enough, though.
Yeah.
And like I say, like I can guarantee upon I spoke to you before the show, like I absolutely do not do this for me for any recognition whatsoever.
No.
Right, because I don't matter. It's I don't Adam. Right, it's the people out there that matter.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I genuinely mean that.
Yeah,
Right.
well, what's the saying? By the fans, for the fans, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then somebody else pinched that, didn't they?
Oh, did they?
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
never noticed it. No, never saw that.
Yeah, somebody else, and then somebody else.
Chris Craig's posted it in the comments.
Oh, is
The
it
link.
Craig?
Yeah.
Nice one, Craig. He's on the ball.
Cheers, Craig.
He's on the ball. There it is.
Oh.
So that's how you. That's the link that you click to go to the awards. And if you're not on the Tilton Talk page, please add yourself to it. We'd welcome you along with open arms.
Yeah, please put us in the fan media category.
I put it in 3.
Okay, and there's. Yeah, we can do it, but that's the one we want to win. That's the one we think we got a chance with. Okay.
I put it on the best radio show.
And it will ask you to put a link to our shows in. If you put the link in that Craig's just put up on this post, just put that link in, and that'll go straight to.
We'll pin
straight
it on
to-
the main page.
Yeah. Okay.
Steve Ward, my dad's called Trevor. Can I have the T-shirt?
You could have done if your dad was called Trinity, and his first name was Holy.
Aaron says, yeah, last year's form was ridiculous. It was. You had to write a book, didn't you, to get 9 out?
Yes, it was terrible. It was really horrible. I struggled to get through.
And
to
it
be
wasn't
honest with
on merit either. I didn't think it was on merit.
you. No,
It was.
and
It was about how many
and it
fans
should
you
be.
had. Really.
And, well, the one that we went to the year before down in London was based on votes. Now, you were up against Celtic and Arsenal. Like the amount of fans that Celtic had had half of Ireland voting for them, and half of Scotland. So yeah, little old Birmingham City didn't quite win that one.
No.
But it should be done on merit. It should be done on content. It should be done on the work that you do for the community.
How good they are.
Presentation.
Of course, yeah.
you
Good
know,
looks.
everything. Yeah, good looks. Like,
We'll win that
we're
one.
going to win that one.
We'll win that hands down.
Crying out loud.
How much hair you got?
Not now Adam's turned up.
I'll get my coat.
Don't worry by the door, mate.
Pete Taylor says, I nominated you for Sportswoman of the Year with last year's form. It was that bad.
It really was that bad, yeah. Terrible thing.
So when is it? So do we know when it is this year?
No, I'm pretty sure our backroom staff this week, Craig Courtney, will let us know. And Mick James says, I met Bob Latchford's brother Dave at Works too.
And Craig says, Chris, are we not the only fan site run by fans for the fans? No, there are many, many of them, but what they do tend to do, some of them do tend to pinch our silly little ideas and run with them. But you know what? If they're recorded and we've got them first,
Yeah.
we can't copyright them, we wouldn't. We like people to have a little bit of fun, just a little bit of fun. Not too much.
Yeah.
We've got to see it as a compliment, really.
Oh yeah,
I think so.
yeah. Well, especially when
Well, even
a local station that goes out all over the Midlands pinches your slogans.
yeah,
It
that's.
doesn't
I was about
quite-
to say that. Yeah, I heard that on Wednesday night.
Ladies and gents, Switch FM 107.5 and DAB tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Listen to this show all over again.
You're just doing that for Linda, aren't you?
Yeah, she loves it.
Last 15.
Last 15.
Well, just before that, if it was for good looks, we would all be screwed, says Thomas. Speak for yourself.
Linda's saying it's December the 16th. December
Oh.
the 16th.
There you go, just before Christmas. Nice Christmas present for us.
Yeah. Yeah. And Craig says, okay, but we are the best. Yes, we are the best, and we've been running nearly 10 years now, Craig, as well. 10 years of my life, so that's like
Fantastic.
a quarter of my life almost.
I think next for our 10th anniversary, we'll have to have a really big
party.
big do.
Do you know what? My birthday is Christmas Day. I've never told anybody this before.
No,
ever.
not
I've never had
only
a party.
every year.
I've never had a party.
Haven't you? Really?
No. Well, how can I?
Yeah.
Christmas Day, innit?
Yeah.
Everybody's doing their own thing.
So the first ever show, was it just you two?
Which used to bite the bejozzle out of my leg, believe me.
In here?
In here?
Yeah.
Yeah, the cat's dead, thankfully. And on the first show we had 4 listeners.
Wow. So it's grown massively.
Oh God, yeah.
I'd love to see a replay of the show when we won the League Cup, when we beat Arsenal at Wembley.
We started it just after that.
Just after that we were.
Yeah.
Just after
So if it's
that.
10 years though,
10 years.
that's 2009.
Yeah.
We won the League
10
Cup in
years,
2011.
Yeah. So it's like,
Oh, it's not quite 10 years then. My maths is as good as my memory.
So you weren't doing it when we won the League Cup?
No, it was just after that.
It was just after that?
Just after that.
Was it?
Yeah, it was just after that.
Yeah, so
okay.
2011. So it's
So I'd love to see that show
8
from that
years,
Monday
coming 9
night
years.
after that Sunday.
8 years coming 9 years.
Yeah.
But there was a podcast before that though.
Yeah.
We did do.
I didn't do one before it. I didn't join
do
before
something
that.
similar, yeah, because we messed about just before Christmas doing something. So, but we didn't really get going till that 2011. So I'm putting us down as next year's our 10th year. I don't care. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, because it started in
Okay.
2000.
Yeah.
And
It was-
2000
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it was 2010 really.
Yeah.
The seeds were sown back then.
Yeah.
You have to sow the seeds, don't you?
Mhm.
You know. I gave an analogy to one of my managers once, right? I was working out in Sweden, and he said, "What a pile of this computer system is." And we were developing systems back then. And I said, "Well, what do you do with a pile of that?" He says, "Chuck it in the bin." I said, "No, don't. Plant some seeds in it and grow flowers next year. I'm going over try." Walked away. Thomas Lockram says, "I'm a good-looking guy. I definitely get the award." And Linda says, "I'd tune in for that." I bet you would, Linda. I bet you would.
That's Craig saying that
Yeah.
you should present the Love Zone on Switch FM.
Yeah, that'd be good, wouldn't it?
Mhm.
Welcome to the Love Zone. Right, last 15 minutes. What can we do today then? Last 15 minutes. Anything you would find in...
To do with fun.
No. Anything you'd find in a baker's shop. Anything you'd find in
that before?
Have we had it before?
I think so.
We need to write these down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anything you'd find in...
Well, come on. As I've been to the hospital today, anything to do with.
Anything you find in a hospital.
There you go.
Anything you
Sure,
find
that
in a
before,
hospital.
but
We
yeah.
probably, but it'll be a bit of fun. Bit of fun.
Topical. Let's be
Anything
topical.
you'll find in a hospital. No, I think we've done doctor's surgery before.
Okay. Fair enough.
But as Chris has been to hospital today, then anything you'll find in a hospital with a footballer's surname. Surname only, please. Surname only for the last 15.
So I'll start with Mark Ward.
Pinch my lines. Do you know where it started?
You had to start, didn't you?
Come on, folks. You're a bit slow. Oh no, here we go.
Jerry Ill.
Yeah.
Right.
That was mine.
That was yours?
Mark Ward.
Yep.
We've had that one.
Good one. Yeah. They're
I
all
like
going for
Mark
Mark
Ward.
Ward now.
Yeah, obvious.
Oh no, I've lost my internet connection. No, so
Andy Legg.
it's down,
Andy
it's down
Legg.
to you. Andy Legg.
Andy Legg.
It's a bit harsh.
Now they're all a bit slow this week.
They are, yeah.
I'm struggling a bit.
X-Ray Wilkins.
X-Ray Wilkins.
No, it was the surname. Yeah, I failed. I had one job. That's all I had was one job. Come on, there must be some coming in.
Yeah, Craig Gorney, X-Ray Wilkins. Surnames.
I don't know if you've seen this one. Mick says, I went to the Holy Trinity School.
I went there as well.
Can I have the top?
Right.
I went to that school.
It's good, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sow the seeds in water and sow them with beer. There you
Who
go.
are we giving the D to then?
You got to count them.
It's got to go to
Gotta go for the
Devlin.
vote.
Yeah, it's got to go to Devlin, I think.
I was going to go to Dev.
I think so.
Yeah.
I'll do it. I'll count him up later.
I kind of get that because, you know, he's with us for a lot of years, wasn't he? And made a lot of appearances and he was a top player. But
And he's been here a couple of times as well.
yeah, well.
Yeah.
obviously
We've had him
as
couple
well,
of
but,
times.
Not to name drop, of course. no, you sit in the posh seat. Oh, yes.
But I mean, do Gary for that first 6 months.
Jerry Gowan, Tim Flowers,
Yep.
Barry Fry. That's the first name I know, but it was a good one. It was a good one.
That's a good idea.
Tilting the bed. Tilting the bed. All right. Okay. Peter Bedpanu.
Gary Tablet.
Peter Bedpanu.
That's a good one. That's the winner, that is.
Destroyed. I am destroyed.
I'll tell you what, Chris Peel would have walked out
Tony
on
Early. Jude Beddingham.
Oh, yeah, Lindsay Phillips. Mum said she's going with Christian Pegnitson. Again.
Gary Tablet. Oh, dear.
Hotter chocolate machine.
She's on a long drive, isn't she, Lindsay, tonight?
She's not.
Yeah. She's going round in circles.
I've sent her a message, but it just says that she's active now, but not online. So.
We won't worry about it. Scroll down a couple, Chris, if you would, mate.
Yeah,
Oh, dear.
Darren Nurse.
That's a good one.
Christian Pegnitson.
Yeah, we had that last week, didn't we, for the funerals?
Oh, I think that's what I had today.
Oh, dear.
It sounds like that. Anyway.
Steve Job, check and pulse.
Darren Nurse.
Darren Nurse. Oh, yes.
I'm not sure about that one.
We'll leave the rude ones
Yeah, I
out.
saw that.
Joe Hart surgeon.
Oh, good one from Nick Green. Tommy Doc.
Doc
That's a
Hurtsey.
good one.
Yeah. Oh dear. Check and pulse.
Nigel Bedpan. We've got Kenny Burns.
Lindsay Phillips. Mum said sorry, we're nearly home. You got 9 minutes.
Harry Eyebrows.
Hang on a minute.
Yeah.
Jeff Nurse.
Yeah.
How about?
Oh, Lindsay.
Bloody too late now.
I wonder where she's gone. She's probably been driving around since last Friday.
So what do you want to do? Do you want to do a show next week?
I think we may as well. Then we can
And,
discuss the international scene as well, can't we? Because England are playing next
7:45
Monday,
next
7:45.
Monday.
And you want to do the live
I'm not
haircut
interested
next
in it
week,
personally.
Nick?
Sorry,
You want to do the live haircut next week?
I should let me get hold of my head. I'm
Okay,
I've got hair
okay.
written on it. If I underline that, no, I'll perhaps remember it again.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, England are playing Friday and Monday, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah, we're playing Friday and Monday, yeah.
Who we're playing Friday?
Czech Republic.
Is that in a qualifier or a
Yeah,
friendly? Right,
qualifier. And then Monday night's Bulgaria.
Again, qualifier?
Yeah.
Right, that's all right. I did lose touch with the international scene. I've said it a few times.
Yeah, yeah.
And I would like,
Which
I'd
ones are
like,
we
to,
home
I'd like
and
to
away?
get it back
They're
on.
both away.
1966.
I'll be honest with you, all right, Paul, and Adam, I mean this, right? I'd like to get my love for the international game back. But
Yeah. Now's a good time because we are quite exciting again. You know, we've got some good, exciting young players coming through
Yeah.
that are quite hungry for success as well. You can tell, you know, it's a different, completely different era, I would say, to what we've had previously. Even though
Do you
we
think
have,
that St George's Park has had anything to do with that?
yeah,
Up by my house, by the way.
Is it?
I do, yeah, I do
Yeah,
think,
it's brilliant.
So I have to drive past it every night to go home.
Lovely.
I do think that, yeah, and I do think right from the top to the bottom, the setup is very similar. The way that the procedures that the players go through, and yeah, I do. And Southgate's obviously done a great job as well. So yeah, I'm a big England fan as well as a big Blue. I always said I support three teams: Blues, England, and anyone that's playing them up the road.
For me, it's
The
just,
better, the better. I think with Southgate, obviously he was in charge of the younger team, so he knows
That
the younger
helps, doesn't
players.
it?
So
Yeah.
I think that's helped.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And the World Cup last year was,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, disappointing in the end not to beat Croatia, but
you know what, I'm not going to
it
do
was-
this on just surnames. I'm going to do it on first or surnames.
Yeah,
from now
yeah,
on.
I think so.
Dona Femi Martins.
Diego
Diego Maradona.
Diego Maradona, that's a good one.
Jake liver transplant more.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Gary Jabut. Diego Maradona.
Yeah.
Oh, that's got to be the one, hasn't it? Yeah.
Couldn't we do the show and have the game on as well?
No.
No?
No, Facebook Live won't allow
Yeah,
it.
they might
We
let
could
you
we
do
could
that.
have a
we could
TV
comment?
in here,
In here?
but
Oh,
without
we've done it
commentary,
before,
and
yeah.
without any cameras looking at it. Then
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
can't
can
broadcast it.
talk about it, can't we? As long as we turn the sound down.
Yeah.
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 Best of
Could
both
you get it on
worlds.
this
Yeah.
screen here?
Yeah, we've done it before.
Okay, so we're trying to get on the
We'll
screen
have
here.
a
then.
little separate screen.
And at least
actually.
we can see
We
what's
can see
going
what's
on.
going on while we're talking, yeah.
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 Dan Scar.
Yeah.
Dan Scar's a good one.
Peter Crutch.
Lombardo puncture.
Peter Crutch.
Peter Crutch.
Che Adams apple.
Dear me.
There's something there.
Benji Smith. I miss Pugh's passion for the international game.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah,
passionate about that.
Yeah, I am as well. I'm a big England fan as well as Blues, yeah. Yeah, I like us to do well.
Peter Taylor. Well, Pete Taylor, sorry.
Maxime
Maxime Corolon.
Swabby Savage.
I was going to say this has turned into body parts, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Vinnie Bones.
Oh dear.
Crazy. Oh.
Oh dear.
Yes, I think Mr. Fun is probably just about to
Can't
switch
read
off
that
now.
one, Linda.
Which, the last one?
No. Swab Larson.
Yeah.
Swab Larson. Bobby Goodo.
Hospital.
Local touch. Stitch Hancocks.
Joe Hartland.
Yeah. Sometimes I think our audience are probably a bit too clever.
Jeff Whelans. That was quite yeah. Right, okay, we're almost done. Another Monday night.
Flown by.
And it's getting
Flown
darker.
by, innit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
getting darker and darker as the weeks go by now, and
Colder and colder.
colder and colder, and soon you'll be experiencing the studio as it usually is in the week. Just like St Andrews in the Tilton Road on a February Tuesday night.
Yeah.
The snow will be coming through the windows. Mrs. Brown, so glad to hear your good news today, my friend.
Yes.
Yeah, me too, yeah.
Yeah.
For me, yeah.
Proper positive news, and it's nice. I was just saying before, I've got my old Ralph's brother on life support at the moment, so I've just been able to see him tonight. So get well soon, Gordon. He's a Man United fan, and we always berate each other, always have a go and always having a dig. He calls me a certain two names, and I call him a certain two names, which can't be repeated. Just hope and pray that he pulls through and everything comes out the right way for him. Well, Adam Wilkes.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Popping in, and
I'll try better next time.
as long as you bring your sense of humour with you.
Always.
And Paul, thank you very much indeed.
No problem.
Next
Pleasure
Monday
as
night's
always.
International break, so
Yeah.
it's Leeds up next, and then
We can try and get. I'm determined to get you back into international football, Nick.
I used to go to every game, mate. Honestly,
Did you?
I would drive down to every game at Wembley.
Really?
Yeah, I promise you.
Yeah.
Old Wembley or
was
New
playing
Wembley?
at the old Wembley, the
Old
proper
Wembley.
Wembley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like the
Proper
new Wembley, but the old Wembley was something special, wasn't it?
And then Tuesday 22nd, Blackburn. That should be an interesting
Yes.
one at St Andrews. That's on a Tuesday night under the lights,
Yeah.
and we look forward to that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Can I
next week.
just say before everybody goes off the shout box, can I just give a public service information? Okay, guys, if you're worried about something's not right with your lower nether regions, get it checked. Get it checked.
Because if you hadn't have had it checked,
Yep.
there's every chance you might not be here today.
No, well, I wouldn't be here. No, I wouldn't be here. No.
So
Just get it
Sobering
checked.
thought.
Yeah, get it checked.
Especially when you
However
get to
petty
our
it
age.
might seem, just get it done. There we go.
The public service announcement on behalf of the Tilton Talk Show. And of course, Mrs. Brown, thank you.
Hang on.
Mrs. Brown, thank you. That's better.
Well, I need to do that tonight.
Slightly higher octave.
Thanks to each and every one of you for listening. Thanks, Paul. Thanks, Adam. And for
No
myself,
problem.
good night, God bless.
Thank
Take
you very
care.
much.
If you
Good
go to
night.
Leeds, please be safe and try and get your money back. Take care. Keep right on, as always.
Good night.
Good night.
Ringing all around. Now all you blue boys know what we mean. We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? Let's hear you in the car, singing our song, helping happy, following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? We have a team.